Here we go!
Get over here!
Hello, Sunnies and Shares. I'm Robert Lauren, and this is Video Game News Today. Earlier this week, Sony and Epic Games released a gameplay demo showing off the graphics that players can expect on the PlayStation 5. The demo trailer was titled Lumen in the Land of Nanite, because naming is hard. Two developers talked of the crazy amount of triangles that the new engine can render and how it can affect lighting and shadow. Reception to the demo was almost unanimously positive, as gamers licked their Cheeto-covered chops while heating up some chicken tendies. But can we really expect the PlayStation 5 to live up to all the hype? After all, the video game industry is littered with the hollow corpses of lies and deceits told by developers and publishers alike. So today, we'll look at 5 times the video game industry served up lies on a virtual platter. Kicking off the list, we start with the granddaddy of the video game world, Nintendo. At the 2000 Space World show, they showed off a trailer for the then unreleased Nintendo GameCube. The trailer was only 50 seconds long, but showcased a few games in the works for the new system. One of the main demos was for an untitled Legend of Zelda game. Fans were blown away by the brief shot of our green-clad hero, but alas, lies. When the official game was announced a year later, fans were upset to see the game had changed into a cartoony affair called The Wind Waker. While Wind Waker has become a beloved game in the Zelda franchise, some fans still hold contempt to the lies they were fed. Number 4 on the list is a lie that hurt this gamer to the core. Down in my abdominal region, like a small, burrowing parasite trying to burst through my chest. Aliens, Colonial Marines was showcased way back in the dark night times of 2008. The demo had fans of the Alien franchise freaking out like a malfunctioning android over the hot xenomorph action. But when the fans finally played the release after 5 years of waiting, the game left the acrid taste of acidic blood in their mouths. The graphics were terrible in comparison to the trailer, and the aliens themselves were so buggy that blasting them out of an airlock seemed compassionate. Brutal Legend isn't a terrible game. Mediocre, yes. Bad, no. The problem comes in the marketing of the 2009 game, which left video game fans and metal fans alike turning to their Dark Lord for answers. Leading up to the release of the game, all of the marketing let gamers believe that Brutal Legend was a non-stop mix of action and slamming guitars. Even the description in the trailer, which is still on YouTube, states it is a heavy metal action game. On release, gamers found a middling real-time strategy game and not much else. Like the story of Ozzy Osbourne biting the head off a bat, not all great tales are true. What, Ricky? That actually happened. Jesus, how's that man still alive? Our penultimate game on this list is another case of a misleading trailer. Ubisoft has a history of overselling its games, but with Watch Dogs, they really screwed the pooch. Ricky, what did I tell you about puns? Anyway, the yearly E3 conference has always been a showcase of lies and deceit, but Ubisoft really went all out in 2012. After years of fooling gamers with the likes of misleading Assassin's Creed trailers, the company went all in on destroying the public's trust in them with the demo for Watch Dogs. The game was one of the most hyped of the show. The trailer had amazing graphics and interesting gameplay in a demo spanning 15 minutes. I think you see where this is going. On the final release, players noticed a huge step back in not only the quality of the graphics, but the number of non-player characters on screen, and how much you could actually interact with them. Sales of the game did entice Ubisoft to make a sequel because money. And I'm sure the higher-ups felt remorse and wept in their stacks of cash, curled up in their sheets spun of gold. The number 1 entry on this list is relatively recent, and therefore probably the most well-known. No Man's Sky was announced in 2013, and was overhyped from the start. The game was set in a procedurally generated universe, for players to explore as they saw fit. A gameplay experience similar to Minecraft, where you are Captain Kirk, boldly taming the wild depths of space and the creatures therein. Well, not actually Captain Kirk. Sexing the aliens wasn't an option, a disappointment. But other than the lack of extraterrestrial coitus, the list of things the developers said you could do in the game is too long to list. But after actually playing the game, it turned out 85% of those statements were lies. Most of the worlds were eerily similar, and the core gameplay could be experienced over a couple of hours. Now, some people will say that the game has turned it around in the last couple of years, and made most of the creator's statements true. But too little, too late, as the court of public opinion lost interest faster than James T. Kirk dropping his latest alien conquest. That's our show for today. A little something different for us. I hope you'll let us know what you think in the comments section. I'm sure it will all be well thought out constructive criticism. Don't know what we're doing next week. That's Ricky's fault. Maybe another list show. 5 uses for Cadbury cream eggs in the bedroom. Get on that, Ricky. With that, I'm Robert Lauren, and this has been Video Game News Today. There, Ricky. You said people like list shows. You're wrong, you're fired. Or maybe I'll just demote you to intern. Yes, I can do that. I own the show. And your ass.